Hi, my name is Jonathan Mitchell with the award-winning Richmond Lincoln. Lincoln has introduced a new infotainment technology known as the Lincoln Digital Experience with the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. This technology is going to be making its way into not only every Lincoln in the lineup, but also all the Fords in the lineup, and it will be known as the Ford Digital Experience. So I thought there was no better time to introduce you guys to this technology, show you how it works, how to navigate it, and how to personalize it to best suit your needs. So without further ado, let's learn about the new Lincoln Digital Experience. The Lincoln Digital Experience is powered by Google, so those Android users out there are going to be very familiar with how this system works. And for you iPhone users, if you have a Google account, you're already halfway there. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is to add our phone. We're going to add our device. We're going to grab our phone, go to our settings menu, our Bluetooth menu, and already my phone has noticed the Lincoln Digital Experience. I'm going to hit connect. You can sync your contacts, so I'm going to do that. Sync your SMS, I'm going to do that. And we are connecting. So now it's asking if you want to use contact names to improve calling and texting. Allowing Google to use your contact names helps the assistants recognize who you are asking to call or text while you're driving. So we're just going to hit continue. This is also set up with Android Auto. So if you want to utilize Android Auto, which I highly recommend, or Apple CarPlay, this will ask you at the same time. You can hit start. It'll just take a few moments for Android Auto to boot up. At this point, it is a good thing to know that you cannot connect to Android Auto or Apple CarPlay while using a VPN. So as you see, I've got my Android Auto up here. I've got Google Maps integrated, Waze integrated, Spotify, and if I go to this menu right here, this is going to show you all of my available apps that I can utilize with Android Auto. So now that we have that set up, we're going to go back to the home screen. And at this point, you see this little area where it says P1. This is where you set individual profiles. So these profiles are unique to the driver. So if you have multiple people that are driving your vehicle, you can each set up your own profile. I'm going to go into here. You can also connect your vehicle using the Lincoln Way app, which for time purposes, I'm not going to do at this moment. So to start off, we're going to add a profile name. I'm just going to put in my nickname there. I'm going to link my profile to number 1, and this is also where you will see on your left-hand driver's door a 1, 2, and 3. This is going to be for your seating position. Next, my profile was successfully linked. Go to next. To link your key fob, press the lock button. All right. So now this key fob is my key fob. If you have a second profile set up in here, you can connect the second key fob. So now it's asking to use Google services so you can find your car's location with any app, send uses and diagnostic data, auto install updates and apps, and maps. I'm going to hit accept. So now this is your home page. This is your audio source, which you can change with this button right here. You can choose between your Android Auto, FM, Sirius XM, and AM radios. You have your phone list right here. And your Google Maps. If we go back to home, you can see that screen there. The screen under that is this little icon of the car. So from here, this is where you can control a lot of your car's features. Starting at the top, there are the different drive modes that are available in the Lincoln Nautilus, which are normal, conserve, excite, and slippery. Now, these modes, conserve and excite, will change how the vehicle responds to shifting up and down in the RPM range. If you choose conserve, your RPMs will stay lower and the car will shift sooner. This is great for highway driving to save on fuel. Excite is the opposite of that. This will hold your RPMs higher so you can get up to speed faster using more horsepower. You also have a slippery mode for those times that you're on slick, icy, or loose surfaces, and a deep conditions mode when you're either driving through heavy snow or sand. Now those two modes are going to change how your all-wheel drive system works. You're always going to start out in normal no matter what mode you are in when you turn the vehicle off. To the right of that, you have your ambient lighting, which is the lighting here in the cabin. You can choose different colors and the brightness. Over here you have your traction control on. That is always default to on. If you want to turn that off in cases where you need slippage to get out of mud or what have you, you can turn that mode off. Over here is your digital scent. So you have cartridges that Lincoln provides and you can buy once they run out from Lincoln to keep your cabin smelling fresh. Down here are your seat controls, which we have massage capability in both the driver and passenger. There are a variety of massage modes that you can go through and you can put them on different levels from 1 to 3. From here, to turn your massage mode off, simply hit this power button right there. Now, as you see the seat, this has your various areas of lumbar support, thigh support, and side support. You can change those at your will, and the passenger can do so as well. Right here is your valet mode. So if you're ever in a situation where you have to hand over the keys to someone else, you can put in a 4-digit PIN that will lock this system down, and whomever is driving your vehicle will not be able to access any of your personal information. Down here is your vehicle status. This is going to show you your tire pressure and your oil life. Over here is the settings menu. Your 30-minute max idle is there at the top. So we are running our vehicle here, idling. If we sit here for more than 30 minutes, the vehicle will ask us if you want to keep running, or else it's going to turn it off. You can override that by hitting that button. Under that is your rear occupant alert. In your rear occupant alert, you have different options of alert and horn, alert only, off, and child seat installed. You can hit yes or no, or you can completely turn that off if you do not want a reminder to pop up on the screen every time you get out to check your rear seats for occupants. Under that is your lighting. You have auto high beams, daytime running lamps, and auto lamp delay. So this is how long your headlights will stay on after you lock your vehicle and walk away. You have easy entry and exit, which when you open the door, you have seat adjustment on. The seat will scoot back to allow you more space to get in, and approach detection, where it will sense the key in your pocket when you get close to the vehicle and illuminate in a grand hello. You have a key detection alert. You can turn that on. And now's a good time to tell you that all of these eyes over here tells you a little bit of information about what that feature is. So this sounds the horn if you exit your vehicle and all the doors are closed and there's no key in the vehicle, but the vehicle is still running. It'll give you a quick little beep beep to let you know that you have exited the vehicle with the key. Under that is your alarm system. There is a built-in alarm system on here, so if you lock your vehicle and someone's trying to break in, the vehicle will let them know that they need to back up. It will beep and kind of scare them off. Below that is your remote start setup. So you can remote start your vehicle via the Lincoln Way app or your key fob. And when you do so, you can select your climate controls to be auto, which will take in the ambient temperature outside and turn on the AC or heat accordingly. And will also do the same with your heated steering wheel and heated and ventilated seats. and can run for up to 15 minutes, but you can turn that down to 5 minutes if you'd like. Under that, there's the windows, so you can do a little key fob dance to open or close the windows to allow for proper ventilation before you get in the vehicle. You have your wipers. You have a courtesy wipe, which after you run your windshield washer fluid, it will wait a couple seconds and then give one other wipe just in case anything is dripping down from the top of the vehicle. You also have rain sensing wipers in here. So over here on your stock, you want to click that up once and your rain sensing wipers are on. You have rear wiper on when in reverse, so pretty self-explanatory. If you're in reverse, the rear wiper will be on. You have the option to turn your power liftgate on or off, and you can use that hands-free by kicking straight under the center of the bumper if your hands are full to open that tailgate. You have your locks and auto unlock. So again, I'm going to show you how this tells you what each one of these modes is all about. So this unlocks all the door when you stop and open the driver's door. So when you get out, each individual door will not have to be unlocked. Mislock chirp. If your door is just slightly ajar but not fully closed and you try to lock the vehicle, it will chirp at you to let you know that you need to fully close the door. Switch inhibit. If you vent your windows and you walk away from the vehicle and lock it, somebody can't try to reach in and unlock it from the inside. Audible feedback. So when you get out of the vehicle and you click your key fob twice, it will honk the horn and let you know that the vehicle is locked. And you also have down here exterior lamps feedback, which will illuminate the headlights to let you know that the car is locked. And remote unlock when you use either your Lincoln Way app or your key fob to unlock the vehicle manually. It will either unlock all of the doors or you can do just the driver's door. And under that is an exclusive option for our Lincoln vehicles, which is key free, which means you can utilize your smartphone with the Lincoln Way app as your vehicle's key. Under that is mirrors. You can have your auto fold on. Your door keypad code. So you have a factory set 5-digit code. If you enter that in right here, you're allowed to set your own factory code. And as this is linked to my profile, it will save under my name. So anybody else that wants to do that, they can set up their own code as well under their own profile. Display coolant temperature, you can turn that on, pretty self-explanatory. Your brake coach, which will tell you how you're utilizing your braking to recharge the hybrid system and the battery. And down here at the bottom is your oil life. Now over here on the other side of the settings menu, you have your sound, which you can change your tones, mid-range, bass, and treble. You have your balance and fade, which you can move just like that to move the audio center around. You have speed compensated volume. With this, the faster you go, the more ambient wind noise is outside, so it will take that into account and turn the volume of the whatever you're listening to up, so you're listening to it at the same level no matter how fast you're driving. You also have Quantum Logic surround sound in this vehicle with the Revell Ultima audio system. You can change the way that that sounds with stereo, audience, or on stage, and you can adjust that as well. Down here, you can play the Revell experience to kind of get an idea of what this system sounds like. As you can see, and hear, this system is an amazing sounding experience. Here you have volume settings where you can change different volumes for each of these options, your audio, prompts, phone, and call ring. And you can turn on different notification sounds to customize those sounds, which again will stay with your profile. Under that is your Bluetooth menu again, which we have our phones. We already did that when we set those up. Under that is your driver assistance modes. Now, all of these modes are built-in safety features with Lincoln Copilot 360. At top, you have your adaptive cruise control. So if you go into this menu, you can turn on just normal cruise control, adaptive cruise control, which will give you the option for your blue cruise, lane centering, and predictive speed assist. So with the predictive speed assist, if you turn that on, once you go around a very steep curve, say you're going around a very 90-degree turn, left turn, the vehicle, if it's traveling at 65 miles an hour, but figures that that turn is too steep of a turn, it will slow your vehicle down to safely go through that turn. And you can have your own individual speed adjustment if you feel safe to go through that, or if you wanted to slow it down even more. Under that is your speed limit assist. This will give you a speed warning if it detects you're going a certain speed and then it suddenly drops from, say, 55 to 45 to 35. It'll let you know right away that you are speeding, and you can set a tolerance on that as well. Under that is your lane keeping system. With this, you have an option of alert, aid, or alert plus aid. Alert will just vibrate your steering wheel. Aid will help steer you back into the lane, and alert and aid will do both. And you can change the intensity on that as well. Back in driver assistance, we have our pre-collision assist. With this, there is a radar system that's constantly looking for obstacles coming into your path, either a vehicle or a pedestrian. And if you fail to brake in time, it will brake for you with auto emergency braking on. It will also steer out of the way of that obstacle if it cannot brake in time by seeing if the left or right lane are both open, and you can change that alert sensitivity. Now, this might scare you because this will make a loud noise and have a bright red pre-collision assist warning in the dash, so you will know when something's in the way. Under that is a rear view camera delay, so when you are going into reverse, your rear view camera comes up here. When you put it in park, that goes away. If you turn that on and you go into reverse and you put it back into park, then the camera will stay up for a little bit longer until you start to move again. You also have your blind spot information system on or off right there, which I highly recommend to keep that on all the time. That illuminates an orange light in your side view mirrors to let you know somebody is in your blind spot. You also have cross traffic alert under that. So if you are backing up and somebody's coming into your path, this will alert you that somebody is coming. And then if you fail to brake in time when you're going in reverse, reverse brake assist will take over and stop the vehicle for you. And under that is your driver alert, which will let you know if you're swerving a little bit too much to pay attention to the road. And if you do not pay attention and you keep swerving, it'll ask you to pull over to rest. Under that, over here on the left, we have your vehicle settings, which we've already gone through. You have your system settings. Over here up top is your system update. Make sure that you have your updates on. You can check for updates over here. And these are looking via satellite for any updates that might be available for your vehicle. Looks like there's nothing available right now. You can change the languages and input to this vehicle. You can change the units. You can also adjust the time or set it automatically. You have storage within this system as well. You have about, legal information, and reset options. And down here, again, software updates. Over here, there are profile settings, so you can change up your profile. You can add an avatar. So, have a lot of different options over here. I kind of like this rocket. I'm going to save that. You can link a profile with a different key fob or phone. You have security. You can lock your profile. Accounts. So you can add different accounts to this profile. Or you can delete the profile. Under that is a display option. You can hear beeps when you use the touchscreen. You can change the brightness of the touchscreen. You can change the theme, which this theme will also beam up to your 48-inch digital display in your dash. So I'm going to go with Engage, and it's going to change this theme. As you can see, everything over here turned purple. Under that, you have Network and Internet. You can connect to Wi-Fi and utilize Wi-Fi services if you would like. You have 911 assist, so if you are ever in an accident, the vehicle will sense that you're in an accident and ask if you want to call 911, because your phone might have flown into the back seat. So it's a great safety feature, and you can even add emergency contacts as options to contact after 911 as well. Under that is Assistance and Voice, so you can change up your digital assistant app. All these are pretty self-explanatory using Hey Google, and see, it works pretty good. You can allow suggestions and respond to vehicle notifications. Under that, you have location services enabled. You can turn those off if you would like. And finally, at the bottom here, there are your notifications. You have privacy options. You can control different uses of your microphone, your location, system data, sharing your data with Google, and ads, security, accessibility, which will have caption preferences, and finally, all of your apps. Now, as we're going over to the far left again, down here is where you configure your 48-inch screen display. So as you can configure your display, if we move our clock, we can put that up there. And as you see, it's adjusted that there. You can move our media. Now that's over there. And we can adjust trip information or weather. Now all of these screens over here are just going to stay the same no matter who is in the passenger seat or what you have over here. The only way you can change that is from this configured display screen right here. Now under that you have your Android Auto. Again, we've gone over that. And that's pretty much everything within this infotainment system, other than your self-explanatory climate controls here at the bottom. Simply tap and touch. You have your heated and ventilated seats, and your heated seats. Change the temperature right here, up or down. You can do that individually for each side as well. And you can change your fan speed just like that, or turn it on to auto between 1, 2, and 3 settings for the speed of the air. If you go into this menu right here, this is kind of cool because it'll show you where the airflow is going. And instead of manually moving your vents, you can control them electronically. So as I bring this back up, you can see I'm moving the airflow in different directions, just like that. So if you want it up higher, one down lower, you can control where the air goes. Over here, you can select from different presets of on-body, off-body motion, which will sweep these, or you can close them completely. And as you can see from the animations, those are the sweeping motions. Over here on the side, you also have quick ways to direct the airflow. I hope this tutorial video was helpful in either learning about your brand new Lincoln or influencing your decision to purchase a new Lincoln vehicle. And there's no better place to do so than right here at Richmond Lincoln. We are home of the exclusive Driven Care package that includes over $3,100 in extras with every new vehicle sold. This includes our exclusive 100,000-mile warranty, service pickup and delivery, mobile service, $500 in service coupons, free state inspections for life, and our drive guide technology training, which is very similar to what we just went through in this video. All this and more from the award-winning Richmond Lincoln, where we are driven by you. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know any questions or comments you may have about the Lincoln digital experience down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.